Isn't that ISIS' most defining characteristic of killing? Doesn't it say in the Quran to behead the unbelievers and chop the head off of Christians? I believe so, yeah. I have seen it. It's in there. So isn't that interesting? Getting back to the point, though, we got lawless government. Let's just say it that way. A government that wants to make laws that are against Christians and turn against us and put us on a watch list and a terrorist list and call us bad people, even worse than the people who are actually doing killings and shootings. And of course, they want to take away our guns because what did they do in Nazi Germany first? They had to take away the guns because the people would fight back. Duh. I mean, it's simple logic. And I got news for you. If they take away the guns in this whole country tomorrow and it's all gone, I guarantee you there's going to be mass shootings still. You know why? Because they're not taking away the illegal guns. They're just taking away the ones that are legal. The ones that people defend themselves with. I'm not saying you have to have an AK to defend your household, but I'm saying that it does say that we're supposed to be able to have that in our Constitution. So why not just allow us to do that? And I believe that was put there actually for us to defend ourselves from a dictator government that gets out of hand, believe it or not. The guns is to defend your family. And in the Bible, you can defend yourself. I mean, it was Simon Peter, when Jesus was being taken away, he cut the ear off the servant, the one that was coming to get Jesus. And he had an illegal sword back then. That was an illegal weapon. Just like guns were being taken away today, just say, imagine if you had an illegal gun. Now, I'm not saying that you kill somebody, and I don't think he was intending to kill him either. But he cut the ear off of the guy because Jesus had to heal him. So think about that. Jesus knew that Simon Peter had an illegal weapon. I'm not saying that means, oh, we should all carry, crazy guns and weaponry and all this. No. I'm just saying that was a sign. And also, Jesus at one point said, sell your clothes and buy a sword. Why did he put that in the Bible? Why was that allowed to get into the Bible? It's because it's for self-defense, to protect yourself. I mean, a man is supposed to defend his family. That's a man's job. That's what a man was made to do. He's not supposed to let someone break into his house and rape his wife and take all his stuff. He's not supposed to. He's supposed to defend his family. You're supposed to defend those who are weak and in need of help. That's the Bible. It's common logic, basically, but if you don't have common logic, it says it in the Bible. And a lot of people in America today have no logic, no morals, they have no compass whatsoever, and that's why they're falling for this Nazi dictatorship that's taking over. And that's what it is. It's the same movement that took over when Nazi Germany was taking over. And I've heard this not from books even. I've heard old people talk about this. It's the same movement. The people who were around back in those days actually talked about how it's the same movement. The same thing is happening again. But we can't take warnings from the people who might have experienced that time period. No. Those people are wrong. Those people are crazy conspiracy kooks. No, we're supposed to just go follow the leader. And when he goes off of a cliff, just follow him right off the cliff too. No, we're supposed to be wise as serpents. Why do we have to be wise? My people die for lack of knowledge. I believe that's a line in the Bible. I don't know if it's talking specifically about that stuff, but you're talking about you literally dying because you don't have awareness of the enemy, the serpent that's going to bite you. You're not aware. You're not looking around. You're not noticing. You're not looking down and searching for the enemy. So he's going to sneak up on you, and when he bites you, it's your own fault because you weren't aware. Now, I understand some people can be attacked in the middle of the night and be sleeping and not be aware, but you should try to be aware, at least, of the enemy's plan. Because, the world government has a plan for you, And if you know it or not, it doesn't matter. But they're going to enact this plan, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, all these different things, the police state basically, and get us to fight with each other, get us to, fight the police because they're racist, or the black people are racist. No, it's none of that. It's George Soros or all these elites pushing this agenda because they want chaos, because out of chaos comes their order. They're going to bring their order out of our chaos. So if we're fighting with each other, that's what they want. They want a civil war. They want to push us over the edge so that we'll all be fighting. And while we're all fighting, the United Nations troops are just going to come on in. And I believe that they're going to use ISIS as well. There's going to be one day where ISIS is going to have the day of jihad, where anybody who's working for ISIS basically in America is on the same schedule, and they all start killing all at the same time. And I think that even ties into when peace is taken from the earth in the Bible. That actually makes a lot of sense. That they will be all in the same communication, taking the same form of leadership, and they will all do their bidding of Satan, basically, all on the same day. And wouldn't that be amazing if all of a sudden there was a massive shooting, just horrible things all happening all over the world, or all over the United States even, on the same day? Wouldn't we be surprised by that? I think so. Since we're letting a Trojan horse into our country with our president saying, yeah, just come on in. Oh, don't worry, we'll vet them. We can trust these people because we can trust our government who will vet them. Like they've done so well in Europe, women are getting raped. It's just this horrible, most sickest thing. The people are sick of it. Oh, they want to do that here, though. It's important to do that, and Pope Francis is pushing the same, that you're supposed to, have sex with these guys and, mix them into your culture. That's basically what Pope Francis was saying. It makes you want to vomit. These people are sickening. They have no care about the people. They're elites. They have an agenda. They're above the law. We've already seen that with Hillary Clinton. So we know that there is no law. In fact, they don't have a need for money even, because they own all the banks and all the money at the top. And then on top of that, they own everything. They've already bought all of our land and all of our food and everything. They basically own our government. Our government has sold out our whole country to them. They own everything. That's why in the end times, they're going to be pushing the mark of the beast, and Christians are going to be told, take the mark or die, because they can't own you then. That's the only way you're going to get out, is to not take the mark and run away or flee or whatever, or just die and go to heaven. It's not like God doesn't catch you. It just gets me a little irritated when I see a person who's running for president and the globalist seems to be backing, so most likely she'll become president whether we vote for her or not. It just kind of bothers me because she's talking about fun camps. It's a joke to her, but she's talking about Democrats running these camps. She says that you'll be running these, and she's talking to Democrats. Isn't that interesting? That sounds like Nazi Germany all over again. And she's talking about literally the red cabin and the blue cabin coming together and talking. What that will really be is Democrats telling Christians what they need to believe in when they give up some of their doctrine for the government. And that's what it is. It's a brainwashing camp for people who don't really fit in with this new satanic society. I'm going to say it boldly because that's what it is. It's a camp to train you to live in this new satanic society and take orders from your globalist leaders, and not to think for yourself, and not to preach the gospel the way it's written in the Bible. Don't be reading your King James Version and actually believing all the things that you see in here and there. So it's really irritating. I'm not worrying about it, so don't think that I'm worrying about it and I'm spreading fear because I'm panicking and all that. No, I'm not really worried about it. I don't care. If they come tomorrow, then fine. Then we'll deal with it. I believe in Jesus Christ. If he's not strong enough for me to have faith in him, then I don't know, I guess there's no reason to live then. So I believe that Jesus is a good enough reason for me to not be worrying about this stuff, because I think that he wins in the end, according to my Bible. The only thing you need to worry about is not these people who can kill the body, But you need to be worried about the one that can kill the body and the soul. That's your Father in heaven. You might want to get on his good side. Not on the government's watch list good side. No. You might want to get on Jesus' good side. And if you love him, you'll keep his commandments according to his own words. So why don't we do that? Why don't we try to live a life that follows God's commandments? Not be like Hillary Clinton, be asked if 10 Commandments fits into her system, and then she goes on and talks about how she's going to use religion to basically control the stupid Christians that are not willing to believe that she's not really a Christian. Because she says she's a Christian doesn't mean she's a Christian. I could say I'm a car and go into a garage. That doesn't mean I'm a car. A lot of people say, oh, I'm a woman, and they're a man. I'm sorry, but your DNA does not change even if you had a sex change. You can't change what God intended you to be. That's what you are. So let's not trade truth for a lie, okay? But I have some other videos I want to play here that really show where our world is going.
Apparently, half of Americans will be chipped with the mark of the beast within 10 years. According to Sputnik News, they are reporting that the U.S. Navy has held talks with transhumanist and presidential candidate Zoltan Istvin, who told Radio Sputnik about the U.S. military's concerns. Says here he advocates fitting human beings with technology, including microchips, to boost brain power or enhance physical attributes. Istvin himself has a microchip in his hand that he uses to give out business cards, send text messages, and even start his car. Now, he told Sputnik Radio that the U.S. Navy wanted to discuss the possibility of implanting humans with chips fitted with global positioning technology, and said that in the near future, many people will want to be fitted with chips. However, the Bible states that that no man will be able to buy or sell unless he has the mark in his right hand or in his forehead. That's known as the mark of the beast. Now, it says here, quote, I wouldn't be surprised if within 10 years, 50% of Americans have some type of implant, because at the end of the day, an implant can reduce the size of your wallet or whatever you carry in your purse by about 30 to 40%. Oh, how convenient. You can reduce the size of your wallet by having a microchip implant and guarantee a place in hell. That's what this guy's talking about. Now, I'm a Christian. You know, if you have a problem with that, you know, what can I say? But this is certainly a prophetic statement being made. We're talking about the book of Revelations. We're talking about the mark of the beast. This is stuff that I like to concern myself with. I like to report on here. So certainly a shocking prediction by this, quote, presidential candidate that these microchips will be embedded in about 50% of Americans within 10 years. Now, of course, the Bible says that it will be forced to have this microchip or basically be outcast or killed. But people are already voluntarily accepting these things. So it's just a matter of time.
Dan Bedandi with the Special InfoWars report. Could you have ever imagined that being a Christian, putting your faith in God, doing something that's so pure, so holy, so right, so wholesome, would end you up at the top of the terrorist watch list here in America and get you killed in most countries? Now, the sad part about all this is most churches and religions have no idea that our own government is labeling us as extremists, hate groups, and even, in most cases, terrorists. And could this be the persecution of the saints that the Bible has repeatedly warned us about over and over again? And the persecution starts right here in America against our own schools and students who are being attacked for their Christian beliefs, such as Taunton, Massachusetts, where a second grader was sent home over drawing a stick-figured cross with Jesus on it, and another student who was suspended for bringing a Bible to school. And in New Jersey, a teacher suspended for giving a student a Bible and sharing verses. Now, this is just a few incidents of many where students and even in some cases teachers are attacked for their Christian beliefs. And not just here in America, but all over the world, Christians are being attacked and killed, such as terrorists target Christians in Kenyan Mall, killing more than 60 people and injuring over 100. And you have Western-backed terrorists in Syria slaughter Christians and bomb